Top down morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the to the What If series. This is gonna be what if Sideswipe was in My Hero Academia. I know I know Transformers has their version of Sideswipe, but this is my human version, should I say. And man, he is powerful in this What If. He even has, like, a quirk that allows him to basically, it's similar to his sister. Huh? Huh? Yeah. I'm also making her lane. Or there's two different pictures, so if you got confused, this one is actually their mom. I'm just making like alternate ones. So yeah. So they basically, but his quirk of infinity and zero, his ability, sorry, I meant ability, because his quirk is actually the same thing as hers. Yeah. But a little bit stronger one. But there's one thing that makes him different from everyone else. He talks to creatures. Like, he talks to him, her, or no, the big monster thing, and yeah, her and him, her, and this monstrosity, yeah. He talks to them, but they are all, everyone else thinks he's crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, when he was born, when he was age of 4, he started to talk, or no, at age of 1, yeah, he starts seeing the creatures like her, him, and it, yeah, and this, yeah. As at age of 4, he hangs around with them. Some people think he's weird, but yeah, he starts talking to himself, losing his oven loving mind at age of 4. Yeah. Denki and him were friends. Were best friends. As he, of course, he gets kicked out of the house. The Sideswipe got kicked out of the house for basically talking to himself. As Denki says, well, you could always go over to my house. Yeah? Just play games and rock and roll. Sure. Okay? And a reason why he's able to talk to the undead creatures, like the monsters, is because his powers of infinity and zero ability basically, and his quirk allows him to, yeah, because his infinity and zero creates these supernaturals only he could see. Him. Yeah. As yeah. Because they didn't know that are they supposed to go to the quirk doctor first? Because, yeah. He's the same, or they thought he was the same level as, like, Toga. That was craziness. Yeah. So over years, he's been living on a road, or on the streets. He goes to, like, schools. But through all this time, he actually is making robotical suits, like his armor, so that he doesn't have to. And one of them asked, "What are you making?" As, yeah, it was it was a zombie girl asking, as he says, "I'm making the suit to keep my powers from escaping my own body." Think about it as a containment thing. Huh. Okay. Let's help. As she just walks in and to say that with the monster is like, yeah, that's, I agree. Of course, of course, but at his house that he was born with, or, of course, his sister at age of 4, she wanted a brother, as she got petted on the head by her mom, and says, "Oh well." Okay. Yeah. And guess what? She already has a brother. She doesn't even know that he's still alive. And now at age of 15, she chose to go to UA instead of whatever that school is. Yeah. As, yeah. So, because during like that, when he was age of 9, he developed something that caused him to like have an emotional breakdown. Basically, his eyes started to turn red as, yeah, he starts to say, or he spoke so many languages at the same time. And it was pretty painful for him. And guess what power that was? Zero. Is allowing him to absorb all the negative emotions of a person's inner self and show it. So basically, aka for all of us that doesn't even want to deal with it, of course, yeah, Denki and his family, or Denki, like, or Sideswipe tells Denki do you think I'm crazy? Yeah, most people think you're crazy. Well, as he created a test thing for his quirk and abilities. So, yeah, when he tested his quirk first, he basically it says, well, that's just weird. I have the illusion gate as my quirk. What does that do? As Dengi's parents are asking Sideswipe, what does it do? I don't know. As a and then there's when they tested his like abilities, like his physical abilities. Then the machine, its words, it's like Sideswipe is looks at it, and as it says, your abilities, infinity and zero, chaos max. I'm giving him a chaos max as his third ability. As he starts to break down in tears. As he couldn't believe what he just read. As Denki and his family ran over to check on him. Like, you're doing okay? I have just as his mom tells him, just be calm, just be calm. I think you're having a meltdown. I just need to chill out for a bit. As he takes a breather, he was scared out of his mind. As he sits back in the chair, as he tells them that he's the most powerfulest person that they ever met. As they're like, why? Hey, what happened? Should I tell him? As the zombie girl nods her head. You know how, as he says, the machine, it said I had infinity, zero, and the last part I was shocked. As Denki's like, what do you mean? Chaos Max hacks. That's what I have. One of the abilities is that I have and allows, or I think it's Chaos Max. Heck, so that is allowing me to talk to mythical creatures. As he turns his head, sees a zombie girl sitting right next to him. Everyone else looks at him. Hmm? Yeah. No matter what, you're always will be the friend with me, okay? If that time comes and you turns into some creature or like anything, yeah. So now as it's when he was trying to speak, as his eyes start to glow, this black and red eyes, as he's clenching at his arm, as it was like that. As Denki looks at him, it was a pretty painful process. As it just needs to go. Oh. Oh. As he gets up, walks away. Yeah. He literally walks away as Denki runs up to him, puts his hand on his shoulder and says that how about you with this? As something like he needed to go back to his lab. Because all this time, he actually, or the spare room that they had, so he created a serum to keep him from, as he injects it into his body, as he calms down. Let's get this thing an opinion. Okay? And yeah, so now the age of 15, they kept a really close eye on him so that he doesn't go full berserk. And yeah. And so I'm skipping the robot part because one funniest thing is, let's say the plant creature, that one, huh. So, so yeah, as he's trying not to use his whole power, as he flicks the pebble, and it destroyed 3-pointers in about 2 seconds. With every hit. Boom, boom, boom. And they start bouncing around like crazy. Finding 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers. Yeah. And guess who else was there? Yeah, her. She ends up looking around. And she's like, man, this hat boy's crazy. Did I miss him? As a zombie girl was literally on his shoulder, but no one could see her. So she says, "No, or I think you got them all." Yeah, I agree. As a 3-pointer came from the ground, grabs him, sends him flying backwards into a wall. Oh. As he hits the wall, as he's just trying to be calm, not show any negative emotions. As, yeah, he threw a pebble and it shot the 3-pointer earner. Guess that guy throws pebbles around. Maybe that's his quirk. Well, it's not here in the database, so he must be quirkless or something. As a 0-pointer came out of nowhere. And he says this. That's interesting. Illusion Gate. As a big door just came out of nowhere. And what came out of it was one of these mythical creatures. He has one, but it's illusion, so it's a copied one. As they see a big creature that ends up destroying the 0-pointer, and he rescues, and he tells them that hey Denki. As Denki looks at him, and do you remember when I had the chaos thing? Yeah. I think it's these are kinds of creatures that I talk to. Oh. As the illusion creature of it says, he's right though. He talks to us daily. From one day ago, or when he was only 1 year old. As his body... Dingy's like, ooh, okay. So you're a monster talker, aren't you? Yeah. If anyone asks about how crazy am I, just look at them and say, he's not talking to himself, he's talking to monsters. And, yeah, his imaginary friends. As she's like, wait, so he can talk to monsters from 1 year, when he was only 1 year old? Man. And that's crazy. And so it was after the thing. So, yeah, when they went back to their house, their mom, she tells her mom that was weird. internship. Tell me about it, or tell me. Well, there was this random kid, or guy. He has the powers of Illusion Gate, or quirk called Illusion Gate. And there's this big monster came out of it. And it was the equivalent to, looked like a moon dragon. Okay. And he told someone else that, or he told his friend that this is the kinds of monsters that I talked to, or that he talked to. As the monster, she's explaining this to her mom about how, as she says, one day she so basically, after the dodgeball, or no, not dodgeball, I meant ball throw, he got over infinity. And you know who else got caught by the eyes? Or catch the eye of the vampire? Or catch the eye of, of course, it was her. She heard that he could talk to monsters almost daily. Nearly. And he says to class 1A, or he says, if any of you start hearing me talking to myself, one of my friends, hey? And he the skipping the sports, or not sports festival. Here's his villains, because funny enough, and he when he walked, or he was with Denki as a pro hero, or one of the villains, as he starts to, like, oh, gosh dang it, as he creates a pill, as he takes one, as Denki remembers that he forgot that he has to take a pill before any events. Yeah. Just be calm. Here's a drink of water. As, probably some of you might not know about what the plans for him is. It's easy. His plan, so let me explain it to you before part 2. So he slowly is trying to not use too much of his infinity and zero and chaos or his quirk all at once. Because he's slowly turning into the gruesome, most disgusting creature. Or, no, beautiful creature, but I don't know if monsters are beautiful. So I know some of them are, but yeah. He is slowly turning into a monstrosity, should I say, that's bigger than the earth. If I draw it out, then I'll... Okay? So please wait for part 2 of this series.